Hi everyone, what's up? My name's Sarah and I have type 1 diabetes. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about traveling and type 1 diabetes. Remember, I am not a healthcare provider. Consult your healthcare provider before making any decisions, like health decisions. Yeah, so, okay. So traveling with type 1, what I always do is, first of all, let's, talk about what I usually bring on a trip or so this is for me. What I usually for those people who are going to be having their spring break soon. Also, if you have type 1 diabetes and are going on spring break, or if type 1 diabetes and are just traveling anywhere. So what I usually do is I bring in this backpack that I have for the flight, and I carry it with me. So I never check in my diabetes bag just because I'm afraid if it were to get lost or something. And also medical bags aren't supposed to count as carry-ons, but anyway, so what I usually put in my bag is I put enough supplies so that if something were to happen, I have even more supplies. So I just tend to bring a lot of stuff in general, just because it's I don't know. I'd get stressed if I was stranded somewhere and had no supplies. So what it usually is I'll double the amount that I usually have, but it also depends how long I'm going away for. So if I'm gone for a week, I usually bring enough supplies for 2 weeks, but that's just what I do. But yeah, I have an insulin pump. So I bring enough sites, I bring enough cartridges, and I bring enough, I bring extra insulin. I probably bring more vials than I need, because one vial should last you for a while, but I bring extra vials also, so I'll pack my vials of insulin. I also for treating my lows, what I'll usually do is, at least for the airport, I'll bring I don't know, Starburst or something. I personally don't really like them, well, because they get stuck to your teeth, but then, so that's just for the airport. At least I'll bring a little Starburst or something, or Skittles, or whatever. But for when you actually get to the when you're actually there, at your vacation spot, when you actually, I don't know, when you get to your destination, when you get to the place, okay, sorry, when you land, then you can go and what I usually do is I usually just treat my lows with juice boxes and stuff. So I'll buy the juice boxes once I'm there. It's kind of a pain and a lot to carry. And then also just extra syringes, just in case your insulin pump were to break too, or Novalogs or Levemir, in case your pump were to break. What else? I bring a backup meter just in case. I use the Dexcom, but I always bring a meter. I always bring Lancet test strips too. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head the things I usually bring. Dexcom supplies, also my sensor. Just making sure that you have enough supplies for if you were, basically if you happen to be stuck somewhere, or if you don't have enough supplies and you run and you have a site that doesn't work or something like that. It's just always a good idea to have extra supplies. So I always, just in case, bring an extra backup insulin pump, and also so that's a little bit more tough because you probably don't have as many of your supplies from your old insulin pump, but I still have some of those. So you bring your backup insulin pump. So bring my Levemir and Novolog pens, just in case your pumps, both of them, let's hope not, but in case your pump were to fail or something, or the other one does not work. But I also bring the little syringes also, and I bring enough in addition to my Novolog that I bring for my insulin pump. I also bring Levemir vial, a Levemir vial, just in case, and a glucagon also. Some people use the nasal spray, but that's like just for like emergencies basically, but you always want to be prepared. So I bring that. I also bring my Dexcom supply, a meter, test strips and lancets, just in case. I use the Dexcom, but just in case my Dexcom were to fail, or that time period in between, because I have the G6 now. The G7 is out, but that's for another time. So in between the 2 hours, or if you ever just in general need to use your meter, it is a good idea to bring that. Or if you use your meter, you want to bring a backup meter, lancets, and test strips. Basically bringing enough supplies so that way if you were to ever, God forbid, get have to stay in a place for more time, or no, ever, God forbid, get stranded somewhere, you know what I mean. So if you were to ever get stuck in a place, like basically like you want to make sure that you have your extra supplies. It's just always a good idea to have extra supplies, so that way if your supplies did run out, or if your site comes missing or something like that, you always have extra, and you want to make sure that that's just there. Because so basically making sure that you have enough supplies. And okay, so let's talk about going through security with an insulin pump. What you can do is you get a note from your healthcare provider. I've gotten these notes before, just basically explaining that you have type 1 diabetes, and if you want to give them the note, you can, but I usually just skip all that, and I tell them, and I have the note anyway, but I tell them I'm like, I have type 1 diabetes. They're going to tell you you can walk through the metal detector with your insulin pump. I personally don't like doing it because I don't want my trip to be ruined, just in case my insulin pump, were to get ruined or mess with your numbers or whatever. I just personally don't like walking through the metal detector. Another thing is the pat downs. They've really gone too far with that for type 1 diabetes, honestly, and other things that, but anyway, so it's just a very I don't know what to say. Well, it's an uncomfortable experience, really, but yeah, so basically, what I do is I take off my insulin pump, and I tell them you can swab it, and I walk through the metal detector without my insulin pump while they swab the insulin pump, so that way I don't have to be pat down, and I don't have to risk my insulin pump getting ruined. So they scan it into the machine, and this took me I'm gonna blame I don't know. This took me it took me a long time to figure out that I could do that, but basically that's what I do. So I just want to say to you, the other thing you have to be careful for is because I know somebody's going to say it, make sure they don't lose your insulin pump, obviously, and you watch them while they're swapping. Make sure they don't lose your insulin pump. So just kind of be aware, like, really, that's your risk to take, whatever you want to do. But if you want to avoid the pat down, that's what I usually do. Otherwise, your other option is to walk through the metal detector, which I don't like doing either. So those are your options. And oh, and then also too, another thing is on your trips, your blood sugars do change and stuff. So I talk to my provider before my trip, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going on a trip. And then we talk about like how to adjust my rates, because depending on what type trip you're going on, I don't know, let's say you're going to Europe or something like that, and you're walking like 10 miles a day. Your blood sugar is obviously going to go low at some point. You're eating at different times and stuff. So, oh yeah, that was the other thing with my trip. Yeah, the Europe vlog if you want to check that out. I'm going to add in a part 2 of my Spain vlog. This isn't me throwing old content and being lazy. My father wants to see it. So, I'm going to add that in there. But, and there will be another video too. But, so we were walking like 10 miles a day and stuff. So yeah, your blood sugar goes low, and then they eat like super late there and stuff. I really don't like that. But, so, yeah, your blood sugars, could, like, you know, vary depending on like where you go. So, I was maybe going to put this in another video because, I wasn't exactly sure how to address it, but, when you go away, no matter who you go away with, tell the people that you have type 1 diabetes, that you are going away with. You live with, you have type 1 diabetes, just in case, anything were to happen. If they see that your blood sugar is low, it's easy to mistake, had a little bit too much versus, somebody whose blood sugar is low. And then also, okay, so it is important to tell the people around you that you have diabetes. So if your blood sugar is high or low or like whatever, they're not just like, oh my god. It's just so that people know and people are aware. It's important to tell the people that you live with, that you're going on a trip with, that you have type 1 diabetes. And I could talk about more how to do that another video, and I'll try to see if I can get my friends in the video. When you do go away too, like if you're taking a family vacation, it's assumed that the people in your family obviously know that you have type 1 diabetes. But if you're going away with your friends, let's say on spring break or wherever you're going, or if you're taking a trip with your friends probably already know that you have type 1 diabetes. Different people, and they don't know you have type 1 diabetes for whatever reason. Or if you have roommates, make sure that they know that you have type 1 diabetes, so that if they see you acting differently or something, they don't just think, I don't want to say like it ever will get to that point, because if you control your diabetes, it should not. And yeah, I personally haven't had that happen, but just in case, like if people see you acting a little bit, you know, you kind of like want to tell them that you have type 1 diabetes, so that they would know what to do. Like you just kind of tell them, oh yeah, if my blood sugar is low, okay, I need to do this. Or if my blood sugar is high, like and that's not like really as much of a thing for like high blood sugars, but although it could happen too. But it's just important to tell the people around you that you have type 1 diabetes. And also, so that way they could help you. Alcohol does affect your blood sugar. So what it does is makes your blood sugar go high, and then it makes your blood sugar go low, which is part of the reason why you don't want to put in insulin for a regular drink, but like a mixed drink or something like that, you just put for the mixed portion. If you see your blood sugar going up, it's a reaction to that, but it's going to come back down, like I said. So it'll make your blood sugar low after. Have to make sure that you eat, obviously. And yeah, you just have to watch your blood sugar more. If you see your blood sugar is going low after, that's why. And then you have to go ahead and you have to eat or something. But yeah, you have to yeah, I mean, like, live your life, like, obviously, but just be smart. Yeah, this has been my traveling with type 1 diabetes video. Again, what I pack, also security, and how your blood sugars could change. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the word. Bye.